This is We the People News. Not attorney, not giving legal advice. Educational purposes only. Never look straight forward. Always look around you. Be able to protect yourself by any means necessary. Let's proceed forward. This should be a shorter video. And always remind yourself to think outside the box. Okay? I'm going with, you see on YouTube every day how the First Amendment is being violated by officers. And the prosecutors still keep charging these people. And yet they're concerned of doing a plea bargain. Whoops.
I think.
Right? Why? To create revenue. Okay? It's a criminal offense here in Texas to have fractions of driving fractions. Well, why are they making it a criminal offense? Right? Who's the victim? And most of us pay the ticket. If everybody fought their tickets, it would be so overwhelming that they would actually have to change something.
Is the role of the jury today. The jury trial right mentioned in the Sixth Amendment is actually one of the only things mentioned twice in the Constitution. The right to a jury trial is actually mentioned in the body of the Constitution itself in Article 4. And then it's mentioned again in the Sixth Amendment. And the reason why is because the jury were truly the people's check on the court system, and in particular on the prosecutorial power. So serving on a jury to the framers was an honor. It was an act of deep political participation and meaning, in a way that we joke about jury service today as being something of a nuisance. They viewed it as, almost as important as voting for the president on election day.
By guaranteeing speedy public trials by jury and due process of law, the Sixth Amendment ensures that citizens, not the government, control criminal justice. But today, as Professor Fisher and Judge Bibas note, the framers might be surprised to learn that due to the rise of plea bargaining, only a small percentage of cases go to trial by jury, circumventing this process.
Yes, it is. And people are in so much of a hurry and don't tell ask any attorneys to slow this down on this plea bargain thing. Okay? They're always in a hurry. And you got to be specific, right? You need to give me the definition. Oh, what's the legal definition of person? Okay, what's the legal definition of man? What's the legal definition of the people? Or you want me to do a plea bargain, or we want to go ahead and fight the trial? I need some clarification in this, because I'm signing a contract. Okay? And most people don't realize they're signing a contract. And in fact, of my opinion, right, plea bargain is nowhere in the Constitution. All right? They're violating the Constitution by them even offering it to you. Okay? The Constitution is the due process. But if there's no due process, a plea bargain, there's no due process. That's a violation of the due process and the violation of the Constitution. They're not even supposed to offer that. Again, I'm not an attorney, and I'm not giving legal advice. It's just me thinking outside the box. All right? What does most YouTube just say? Just leave a comment and see what you think. But when you mathematically figure this out, it's a political power of the prosecution to maybe set himself up to be a judge in the future, right? Because that's a lot of convictions. And don't get anybody wrong, y'all. Doing a plea is a conviction. And it's going to be on your record from now on, okay? And I don't even believe that's constitutional, okay? Once you finish your sentence, It should be wiped out. Okay? Just saying. It's not supposed to hang over your head. That's the reason why, you know, murders, lifetime in prison and all that. But you're sentenced for life already. You just don't realize you have been sentenced for life. Even a traffic ticket, you are being sentenced, and you're sentenced for life. And then the officer gets half, or even just only a small piece of the system. Well, it shows that you've been arrested because you bared arms. Okay? And he forgot his permit, unconstitutional permit. But he forgot it at the house. Well, he goes to jail. From now on, that's on his record. And then the case is dismissed, or he fights it and found to be innocent, alleged innocent, found not guilty. Two different definitions, and I've gone over that 1,000 times. Innocent and not guilty, totally different definitions. And but when you win that case, that officer on his computer still says that you've been arrested for bearing arms. And now that officer is a dangerous person against you because his hair in the back of his neck is going to stand up and start fearing for his life. And it's going to put you at greater risk and greater harm because you've been sentenced all your life. All right? Over a traffic ticket or over a lawful permit of an arm, or even so much of a ticket. Okay, you've been arrested because you didn't believe in the ticket, and the officer actually falsified the stop, and you challenge it. Well, you've been arrested. Well, you win your case, been dismissed, but guess what? It's still on the computer. No, now you're going to be hostile. So the hair on the back of the neck is still going to rise. Because you didn't believe that he had the authority to pull you over for a non-crime or a non-civil infraction because he made something up. You've been sentenced for the rest of your life. So regardless what everybody says out there, most of us has been sentenced for life. This way the People News. Bye, y'all.